Hey guys! Today I'll show you how easy and cheap it is to make your own stamps. I was actually really surprised myself. So here are all the materials and let's get started. I will show you two methods, using craft foam and using takeaway containers. You can use baking paper or tracing paper to trace images and transfer them onto the foam. Just rub the image gently with a random object. Cut out your shape. And if you want to add more details, you can create deep lines in the foam with an empty pen or with a working pen. Just go over the lines until you're happy with the depth. Next, you can recycle some cardboard packaging. It only works if it's from a chocolate dinosaur. I'm using a glue stick to stick on the foam. The cardboard mainly helps you to hold the stamp without getting ink all over your hands, although it still happens. Now you're ready to stamp. Instead of an ink pad, you can just use markers to paint the stamps. These markers are water-based, but permanent markers work too if you work quickly. The only downside is that your markers can pick up the ink that's on the stamp. They will survive, but if you want to avoid that, you can first get water onto the stamp and stamp the ink away on some scrap paper. Another option is to use paints instead. I think any kind of paint will work. Here I'm using shimmery acrylic paint. Mixing in a little water gives better results. The key is to use as little paint as possible, otherwise you can lose the details. In general, I recommend to always test your stamps before you stamp anything important. I used watercolors as well. As you can see, you can easily correct mistakes, so don't worry about it. The baking paper method is great for letters, by the way, because it automatically mirrors the image for you. Bam! For even finer details, you can use a needle to draw lines in the foam. My husband made this cool stamp and I'm impressed. The key to super fine details is not to press too hard with the needle. When I heard that you can use takeaway containers to make stamps, I had to order a burger. For science, of course. And it does work. You can do all the same things I did with the craft foam, except that this material is a bit more brittle. I would say the craft foam gives you a higher definition, but this is a cheap option if you want to give it a try. One way to use the stamps is to make washi tape. If you want to learn how I did that, you can watch my washi tape tutorial. Maybe I'll see you over there. Bye!